This is Dr. Kavian Melani for Virginia Medical Updates. In our previous sessions, we did talk about weight loss and about weight management. And as our program today moves forward, I would like to address the issue of weight loss programs and diet. The most important point here is that in general, for a successful program of weight loss, or for successful weight management, the amount of calories that is leaving one system, that is being burned away, has to somehow balance what is being consumed. All diet plans seek to somehow achieve a negative balance. In my understanding, based on evidence, I would like to see an increase in muscle mass through exercise, and an increase in the burning of calories through exercise, both cardiovascular and through weightlifting. Moreover, I would like to see a program in which diet is used to restrict calories but also to enhance metabolism. Add to this that there has to be adequate sleep, adequate hydration, and the quality of the materials being consumed also has to be useful and good. For example, I am much in favor of green tea as both an antioxidant and as a way to enhance metabolism. Light coffee also has the same benefit. Increased hydration is very beneficial. Cortisol goes up during a time of stress, and therefore any weight loss program also has to cope with the issue of stress. In Northern Virginia, in the Fairfax area, a lot of us are very stressed. Our lives are rushed from point A to point B, meeting tasks, and more people have drives here, but also all of us live somehow in a state of overdrive. The goal of a balanced life is to go out of overdrive into a calmer, more serene, more present, more holistic life. And that space is where appropriate weight management and weight control can be easily implemented. As I discussed this before, weight gain leads to obesity, and that leads to a lot of illnesses like diabetes, hypertension, variety of cancers, heart disease, lung disease, and also kidney disease. As we move along with our weight loss program, I would like to suggest that one thing we need to do is to increase calorie burning, calorie spent. People have to decrease the amount of calories that are being consumed. People have to generally increase sleep. A good number to have for sleep is between 7 to 7.5 hours of sleep per night. Those are good numbers. As you move towards 8 hours of sleep or longer, some evidence suggests that especially in men, the increased rate of heart disease goes up. Moreover, also increase water and hydration, and the general rule of thumb is 7 to 8 glasses of water per day, which is useful for any program of weight loss, especially if there are medications involved. People that are taking like diet pills, caffeine, weight loss pills, hypertensive medications, antihypertensive medications, cholesterol medications, the hydration that the body requires at that amount is able to dilute the side effects of medications, protect the kidney, protect the liver, and allow the body to basically get rid of the byproducts that sometimes can be very harmful. But this all cannot be achieved unless one is focused on achieving a state of balance and achieving a state of being present. So one major shift here in the way we process things is to try to change a paradigm, try to change a framework, so we can put wellness and achieving serenity and achieving peace and a present state of mind before any kind of rushing from point A to point B. And obviously we have requirements for life, and we have to do earn livelihood, but also the key element here is that they should not interfere with wellness and exercise program and a diet program that is useful. So in general, I want to recommend that any number of commercial diet plans that are out there are very useful and are very good, but they're expensive. The fad diets have the potential for yo-yoing a lot, and that because of the body's natural defense towards weight loss, to try to protect the equilibrium of the body. Any kind of weight loss program will by itself run into a plateau and will not be successful. If that happens, then basically people need to recognize that they've hit a plateau and they need to increase exercise and cut back on calories. So in general, any number of commercial weight loss programs is reasonable and normal, but the best program for weight loss is one that involves increased exercise, decreased calories, adequate sleep, and adequate hydration, and management of stress, because stress is really the thing that produces a lot of stress. And day after day, patient after patient, people in Northern Virginia that are stressed, I see them in my office, and people are gaining weight, and it's basically out of control. And the best way to control weight is to control stress. If you have any questions or want to participate in this discussion with us and other participants, I suggest that you email us at virginiamedicalupdates@gmail.com, or check out our Facebook page, or contact me at 703-383-4VFM. Again, this is Dr. Kavya Malani for Virginia Medical Updates. Thank you for sharing your time with us.
Welcome to Virginia Medical Updates. My name is Alejandra Gonsalves, and today we're here again with Dr. Majid Fatouhi. Thank you for being here again with us, Dr. Fatouhi.
My pleasure.
Dr. Fatouhi is a Harvard and Johns Hopkins trained neurologist and neuroscientist. Dr. Fatouhi is widely regarded in the field of memory, aging, and increasing brain vitality in late life. He has numerous publications with 25 years of teaching, clinical work, and neuroscience research experience. He is currently the medical director of NeuroGrow Brain Fitness Centers, the chief medical officer of NeuroCore Brain Performance Centers, and affiliate staff at Johns Hopkins. Thank you again for being here. And today we're going to be discussing 6 ways that you can help grow your brain. Last time we discussed 6 ways that you can shrink your brain. So because we went over those 6 different things that causes your brain to shrink, tell us, Dr. Fatouhi, is that the end all? Is there something that we can do to actually bring growth back to our brains and be the ones that actually make that happen?
Of course. The first thing you could do to have a better, stronger brain is to exercise.
Okay.
Exercise increases blood flow to the brain and literally grows the memory part of the brain, which is called the hippocampus. In fact, people who walk 1 mile a day, 6 days a week, reduce their risk for developing Alzheimer's disease by 48%.
Wow.
It's very incredible that something as simple as walking can change the biology of our brain.
But it does have to be a consistent, you mentioned 6 days a week. It does have to be a consistent amount of exercise that we do in order to see the effects.
That's right.
Okay.
You need to increase your stamina in order for your hippocampus, the memory part of the brain, to grow.
Okay.
So a little walk in the park is better than nothing, but in order for you to see a noticeable change in your brain, you need to increase your fitness,
Okay.
your endurance.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so the exercise, will make sure that that's done at least weekly or every day is probably the best. What's the second way that we can help our brain grow?
Okay. The second way you can grow your brain is to have a Mediterranean diet.
Okay.
Food that are high in trans fats shrink your brain, but foods that are rich in good fatty acids called omega-3 fatty acids, which is found in fish, can literally grow your brain. One study showed that the higher levels of these omega-3 fatty acids in the brain are associated with a bigger hippocampus and better memory. In fact, if you just take these supplements called omega-3 fatty acid supplements, for 6 months, your brain improves to a level of someone who's 3 years younger.
That's great. So you're saying Mediterranean diet, so that brings me, I think fish, you said salmon, is that a great source? I know that you would give as an option for people to have?
Yes, salmon is my favorite meal. I eat it 2 or 3 times a week, and every time I go to a restaurant, I usually order salmon. But the Mediterranean diet also includes lots of fruits and vegetables. Extra virgin olive oil seems to be good. Some nuts is good. You really want to try to avoid hard carb diet. And you definitely want to stay away from donuts and French fries and things that you know are bad for you. Junk food is really bad for you and your brain and your heart. So stay away from junk food, lots of fruits and vegetables, salmon, and I do recommend people taking omega-3 fatty acid supplements. Usually 1,000 milligrams per day is what I recommend.
Okay, great. That's a great option too for maybe vegetarians. If they're not having the fish, they can just go ahead and grab the supplements as well.
That's right.
So, okay, so what's another way that we can help our brain grow?
All right. So let's say you've done your exercise, you've had your salad with some salmon in it. What's a third way you can increase the brain size? The third way is for you to learn new things every day. When you learn new things, you stimulate the memory parts of your brain. And the more you stimulate those parts of the brain, the bigger they get. Use it or lose it applies to your brain and your hippocampus more so than it applies to your muscles. Try to memorize new names, try to learn a new language, try to be curious, have a sense of discovery on a daily basis. In fact, medical students who prepare for the national board exam experience a significant growth during the 3 months that they're preparing for the exam.
Oh wow, that's great. That's helpful. They'll need that on the exam. Is that something then you would recommend also for older parents or grandparents, activities that they maybe would do with their grandchildren to help that they're learning something new? That's
absolutely right. So you can't say something like, you cannot teach old dogs new tricks.
Yes,
you can.
You always hear that, yes.
In fact, you should stop saying that, because elderly who think they're too old to learn, they're expediting their brain shrinkage because they don't use their brain, and the more they stay away from learning things, the more it shrinks. So yes, playing with grandchildren, going to the museum, learning about internet and how they can set up new apps, all of those things are wonderful ways for them to keep their brain in top shape.
Okay, great. So age is never an excuse. You can always do it. Okay.
That's right.
All right. So it's something else that we could do.
Right. So we've talked about the exercise, the diet, and learning. The fourth thing is to make sure you get a good quality sleep. If you have sleep apnea, you need to receive a treatment that includes CPAP, which is a machine, a mask you put on your face. One study showed that patients who receive treatment for their sleep apnea for 3 months experience a significant increase in the volume of their hippocampus, so much so that it can be seen on a brain MRI. So you do imaging before and after. After 3 months, the memory part of their brain grows just because they started receiving treatment for their sleep apnea. So sleep apnea shrinks the brain. Treatment of sleep apnea grows the brain back.
Okay, and we discussed before sleep apnea, one of the key things to look out for is the snoring. So if you're having that or seeing somebody in your family that has that, you should see a doctor and get that taken care of. So
That's
that you're
right.
Not doing.
That's right. I tell people that you should think of sleep apnea as a major risk factor for stroke and brain shrinkage, but fortunately it's reversible.
Okay.
Right. The fifth thing on the list is meditation. Stress and anxiety are ways you can shrink your brain, but the good news is when you meditate, when you calm your brain, the brain grows back.
Wow.
In fact, one study showed that if you meditate every day for 45 minutes for 3 months, you can see noticeable increases in the volume of your hippocampus. It's incredible. The part of your brain for memory inside your head is shrinking, growing, growing, shrinking, constantly changing with your lifestyle choices. And meditation, also prayers, are very good for the brain. I strongly recommend it.
Okay, so definitely something that we should make time for throughout our day, or even just during the morning or in the evening. It sounds like these are things that obviously we have control over that will definitely make a difference.
Right. So you can meditate 10 minutes a day 4 or 5 days a week. You don't have to do it that intensely. That was for the purpose of a study. You can also try to breathe calmly, take deep breath. Try to breathe 6 times per minute for 6 minutes. Things that once you see your brain is getting too excited and is too stressed out, it's a time to take deep breath and realize, you know, things are going to be fine.
Right.
And do your meditation.
Okay, things that will help your hippocampus and just get it so that it's not shrinking and you can help it to grow.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. So if somebody stresses you out, just tell them, I'm not going to waste my hippocampus for you.
Right. That's great. No, that's really good because it is. That's what it comes down to. That's what it is. You're causing that damage if you're stressed out after over so many things like that.
That's right.
Okay.
And the 6th step is to have a purpose in life. It's amazing how important it is for you to know what you're doing in this world and where you want to be in this world. Having a purpose in life has been shown to reduce the risk of heart attacks. It reduces levels of inflammatory markers in your blood, and you're less likely to get Alzheimer's disease.
Wow. So what would you say to someone who says, okay, well, my purpose is to go to work. I have to go to work. I have to pay the bills. How can they look to, you know, use that, finding a purpose to make their hippocampus grow and not be affected?
So making money to pay the bills is not a purpose in life.
Right.
A purpose in life is, for example, to have children who are well educated, or to help humanity, or to be rich in the future. But you need to have a goal in your life and then take steps to reach that goal. If you're always just doing things because you think you need to do, that's not a good reason.
Okay. And of course it's affecting your health, which is obviously one of the worst
things. When you do what you love to do, you keep your brain and your heart healthy. When you do something that you dread doing and you're doing it just because you think you should be doing it, you are ruining your health.
Okay. So of course, so many things that can affect it, but these are important things that we need to know about that will actually help our brain to grow. So the meditation, of course, comes into play with that. And obviously, because if you have a purpose, you have the time to meditate, then you could find that and see
That's
what
right.
it is
Many
you
of
can
these
do.
things I told you are interrelated.
Okay,
So when you exercise, you feel better, you sleep better.
Right.
When you eat well, you don't get those sugar highs, so you can think better, you can make better decisions. And then when you learn new things, you learn how to get around your day-to-day life, how to improve your job performance, or how to be better with your interactions with your family members. If you sleep better and you don't have sleep apnea, you have more energy, which means you can exercise, which then means you lose weight. If you meditate, you're calmer, you don't get to argument with your coworkers or your spouse. And if you have a purpose in life, you're calm and peaceful because what you do is what you love to do. And you enjoy your day-to-day interactions.
That's great. That's so wonderful. It's really great information and a lot for us to take in and learn about so that we're making sure that we're not having any memory issues later on in life and really just having the most fulfilled life that we can have. So thank you so much, Dr. Fatuhi, for being here with us. Thank you again, everyone. My name is Alejandra Gonsalves, and we are going to be seeing you all next time and discussing more of these great topics with Dr. Fatuhi.
Hello, I'm Dr. Kavya Milani for Virginia Medical Updates. The book that I'd like to introduce tonight is a book called Mindset. And compared to the other books that I am introducing in this series, it is an older book. It's a book that goes back to 2007. But it is a landmark book, and it is a really foundational and pivotal book. In this book, Stanford professor Carol Dweck does come up with what is a revolutionary idea, that there are basically 2 mindsets that people may have. A mindset that's fixed and a mindset that's geared towards growth. And what she argues is that really it is not at all about talent or genetics. It is really about mindset. If you think about this, we may think of the greatest basketball player of our time, of the modern era, Michael Jordan. And we may say Michael Jordan had talent, he had a low muscle, he had a high muscle mass, low body fat, he was strong, he was agile, he could defend, he could attack. It turns out that Michael Jordan, which is the most dominant player in basketball of all time, he basically did not even make his high school varsity team. And you may say, well, how could Michael Jordan not make the varsity team? Wouldn't that break our heart? Wouldn't that destroy anyone? So how is it that Michael Jordan actually continued to play basketball? And Michael Jordan, as a result of his not making the varsity team, he cried a lot, was very upset, but he began to work harder. And when he wanted to go to college, his first choice for college was not UNC Chapel Hill. His first choice was NC State, but they didn't take it. So then he had to go to his second choice of school, which was UNC Chapel Hill. And likewise for the NBA draft, he was on the first round draft. The point is that the most dominant player of all time had a number of very, very significant failures that would have crushed any other individual. But he, in the face of defeat, in the face of what is a crushing and heartbreaking defeat, he basically, in every case, picked himself up, worked harder, and went to the next level. Carol Dweck does explain this mindset, which she calls the growth mindset. So in every setting, we all have faced and will face kind of disappointments and outright defeats. What this book allows one to do is by changing the mindset from a fixed mindset to a more adaptive growth mindset that can become more resilient and can rise to meet challenges. And in that setting, this book is really a foundational book for the other books in this series that I am introducing. Because this book does allow for a major shift of paradigm and a major reimagination of what we as people can do. So the book is called Mindset by Carol Dweck. It is an amazingly approachable and readable book, and it does have some significant amount of data and studies and good anecdotes and examples, but it is very readable. And I highly recommend this book. I hope you enjoy it, and I know that you will find this book very helpful. Thank you.
Welcome to Virginia Medical Updates. I'm Dante Davis. This is our 4th fitness session. You guys have been awesome, amazing soldiers. I can't say enough. So let's get back into our workout and our lower body activity, upper body strength, and some core. Okay, here we're gonna really focus on muscle endurance this time. You know, we're gonna be holding for long sets and long periods of time to really build up our strength. We're gonna start off with something very simple as a squat hold. We're gonna hold for a minute, and then the next one will be 1.5 minutes. And for our third set, we're gonna hold for 2 minutes. Here we go. We're gonna start it off now. Set, go. We wanna hold in this position here and really keep that position. Be on your heels. Sit back on your glutes. And we want your chest up, head up, and your back straight. Hold that position for 1 minute. Keep it going, keep it going. Good job. Next, we're gonna move into our lunges. We're gonna go forward lunge. So forward lunge is simple. Forward lunge here. We're gonna keep that position, going up and down. We're gonna go 8 reps. And then hold, and then go 8 reps again. Here we go. Starting off on our right leg. Forward, right leg, down, up, 1, push through the heel. Good job, 4, 5, 6, 7, push through the heel, 8, now hold it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, switch legs right into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, push through the heel. Good job. 6, 7, 8. Now hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going with our upper body. We're gonna do push-ups to push-up holds. So regular push-ups, if you can't do them, off of your knees, get on your knees. We're going 8 push-ups and then holding at the bottom for 8 seconds. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 2. 1, 2. Hold. 1, 2. Good job. 2 sets of that. I'm feeling it in the pecs. I'm feeling it in my triceps, my shoulders. My muscles are all tight. Let's keep going. Let's keep pushing through. We got the core, and then you guys will be done. Let's really strengthen this core today and focus on the upper and lower part of our abs. We're going stability once again, as we did in session 3, a couple of different stability movements. So the first I'd like to show you is clapping in between our legs. We're gonna go for 10. Here we go, and then we're gonna superset it right into those 5 sit-ups that we're gonna do with our feet together this time, hands on our head, and 5 sit-ups. Starting off with the claps for 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right into the sit-ups. Feet together. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stability muscles again. Here we go. Feet off the ground. 10 raises with your arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feet back together. Right into it for 5. Here we go. Hands on your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're gonna hold it for 10 seconds and kick our legs. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep it tight. 8. Core tight. 9. Hold it. 10. Good job. Right into it for the last one. Feet together. Hands on the head. 1, 2, 3. Come on, push through. 4, 5. Good job. Thanks for tuning in to Virginia Medical Updates. I'm Dante Davis, the fitness guru, and this is fitness session 4. I'm out.